Three Kentucky state lawmakers say they want resource officers at every school across the state for student safety, and they've proposed a bill giving school districts no other choice. But as Isaiah Kim Martinez shows us, some question where these officers or funding will come from.
Requiring security at every Kentucky school isn't a new concept. State leaders did it in 2019 and again last year. Yet school districts like JCPS remain without SROs since choosing not to renew their contract with local police 2 years ago.
The issue has always been funding.
A few state lawmakers based in Jefferson County believe the third time's the charm.
They've got $1.7 billion budget. They can find a safety officer for each campus if they want to.
This week, Representative Kevin Bratcher pre-filed a bill that would give schools until next August to assign at least one armed officer to every campus.
Each time we go back into session, we try to close that loophole.
Under the condition that necessary resources are there.
Teachers that are worried to death.
Yet again, the mandate's answering a desperate call for some, shown by nearly 2,600 parents petitioning to bring them back in JCPS for student safety. Others, like JCTA President Brent McKim.
SROs are sort of reactive. The mental health practitioners and counselors are proactive.
Are voicing the same two issues, a lack of available officers.
So it's an unrealistic deadline.
And a bill that doesn't actually provide any funding for them. But one school board member believes the dollar amount won't be an issue for much longer.
Well, we've accepted ESSER funds to spend for law enforcement.
Well, here's some perspective. School board member Linda Duncan says right now there are 21 people working security unarmed, but across 167 schools. And keep in mind, they're not based in the buildings either, so any given call could mean wait times.
At some point, I'm afraid that response may not be there when we need them.
Meanwhile, JCPS spokesperson Renee Murphy says they're still getting community feedback on next steps and says there's no timeline. Bratcher doesn't understand the holdup.
I think that they don't have the will to follow the state law.
He says when the bill is discussed further in January, lawmakers will consider adding money to the mix, if that's what it takes. In Jefferson County, Isaiah Kim Martinez, WHAS 1119.